Lokahi. How's it going?
I'm good.
Yeah, you can probably listen to what I asked Gus, but just what do you think about John Rice when you see what he's able to do, just performance-wise, and then when you guys put in the physical work, but he was getting physical too, going for the flip, taking on defenders. Like, what do you think when you see your quarterback do that?
Yeah, I mean, just like Coach said, he's a courageous guy. I mean, he does things that I haven't seen before. I've never played with, like his somersault into the end zone. The first thing he said when he got up, he told us to do whatever it takes to win, whatever it takes. So I mean, that's something that just stuck with me now. Now I know that going forward, like this man's all in for us. So.
What do you think the offensive line as a unit did better this week?
I think communication is key. Whenever we are on the front line, we recognize the fronts better this week. We recognize how to block them, how to just deal with what we're given. So it was better communication up front for sure.
John Rice Plumlee was named the Conference Player of the Week for offense this week. Sure, he gets the accolades as the quarterback, but you guys in the trenches, what does that say about your performance as well?
Yeah, I mean, knowing my position, being an offensive lineman, that's all we can ask for is just making sure those guys get the accolades, those guys get all the rewards and reap the benefits, because that's all I want to hear. I want my running backs to get, and my QB to get 300 yards rushing. I want them to be untouched, their jerseys clean at the end of the game. So, I mean, that's mainly my goal. So when I see that and he's a Conference Player of the Week, then that's amazing.
You talked about communication. What's the challenge of learning how to play with John Rice?
Sorry, say that again.
What's the challenge that comes with learning how to play with John Rice?
Really just him coming in as a transfer. He had to get along with our ways of communicating. So I mean, that was really the only big challenge, but we kind of conquered that coming into the season already. There's still some things we got to work on between cadences and whatnot. Like we had a false start last week, and that'll never happen again. So.
Cleaning up penalties was a focus after the first two games. In practice throughout last week, how was it maybe taught, or what were some of the changes that were made to make that really a point of emphasis?
Man, just being disciplined. It's the little things like standing on the sidelines, keeping our feet behind the line, those type of things, running on and off the field. Like those little things will help us with penalties, and we just really locked into that this week. Make sure we're focused, stay attention to detail on all phases. So.
What does it mean when you see just kind of how the offense and defense is synergistic? Alec Holler, it was a guy playing with John Rice, whatever, threw a pick. Alec runs the guy down, and then the defense stops those guys, and then blocks their. I mean, you guys work together every day, but that would gotta be cool to see, right?
Yeah, I mean that's just football. Complementary football is how we win games. So I mean, if the offense isn't doing so hot and the defense is playing great ball, then that's how it has to be, or same thing, vice versa. So a moment like that, especially when as an offense, you watch the tape on how they made the play, we're all basically trying to make a play there, and everyone's showing effort. And then when the defense comes out on the field and gets a field goal block, I mean, that just sets up momentum. And for the rest of the game, there's just different energy going on throughout.
Any early thoughts on Georgia Tech and the challenges they present on defense?
Georgia Tech, they move a lot up front, kind of similar to what we've been seeing these past couple weeks. So they're very aggressive too. Like Coach said, they're known for getting a lot of tackles for loss in the country and whatnot. But we got a good game plan going through it, and we just got to trust our rules, trust our abilities.
Look, this is the first chance I've had to ask you this. So you mentioned John Rice coming in as a transfer. Your starting tackles both coming in as transfers. Sam Jack getting kicked inside. You and Matt, being about the mainstays there in the middle. What would you say about getting all that gelled and how that process has gone?
Yeah, I mean, it's been, the experience is there. You can see everybody's technically sound. Everybody knows how to play football. Like there's no lack on that. It's really just being five and playing as one. It's being O-line. That's what we have to do. And, like I said, just communication up front, knowing what we got to do, our rules. That gel. We're getting closer and closer. It's been good though.
What did you guys learn from the Louisville game that you were able to carry in to FAU?
Speaking of the offense.
Offensive line.
Offensive line. We just knew we had to be aggressive and attack the front. I know we knew we were going to be presented with movement again like we did the last week. process. And our game plan from now on is just to attack them up front, be more physical in the defensive line because they're gonna be running out of their gap. So we're just taking what they want to give us.
What do you think about RJ Harvey? Got his first action of the season, first touchdown. I know he's been here a few years now. He's put in the work. What do you think about his talent?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been excited to watch RJ play. He's always taken reps with us throughout the fall camp and during spring, and seeing what he can do, man, he's dynamic. He's just brings another, like our running back room is so deep, it's ridiculous. Like I said, we got Bowser, we got Johnny Richardson, we got RJ, and we still got Mark Anthony. Like there's countless of people we can give the ball to, and they'll make plays. So I mean, it's fun seeing RJ make a touchdown.
Gus had mentioned that, he was obviously very happy to see him score in that game. You guys, as a unit up front, maybe talking to him after the game, what did it mean to him to be able to come from an ACL tear, rehab, recovery process, and now being able to contribute?
Yeah, you could tell, celebrating with him, man. So it was just like a very surreal moment for him. He finally came back off of his injury. He got the touchdown, and he's been working for it. It's something that he's been wanting ever since he got the injury. I know he's been working day in and day out to get that knee 100%. And I mean, obviously, you can see he also took an explosive run on the outside zone, and he made some people miss. So I mean, it's fun to watch RJ. I'm very excited for him throughout the rest of the season.
Well, so
Appreciate it.
Thank you.